From the deepest corners of the universe, a faint light emanated from a tiny blue planet Earth. To the Supreme Intergalactic Council, it was an insignificant speck, a primitive civilization barely scratching the surface of space exploration. But what they failed to see was that beneath Earth's vast oceans, dense jungles, and smog-filled cities, humanity was quietly crafting its own story, a story of resilience, determination, and an unyielding thirst to reach beyond the stars. When humanity submitted its application to join the Council, it did so without expecting a warm welcome. All they hoped for was a chance to be heard. Instead of an opportunity, however, they were met with ridicule. The Council sent them a gift, a decrepit spaceship called Ecliptica Echo, little more than a heap of technological garbage. To the Council, it was a test or perhaps just a joke. But in the eyes of Dr. Amelia Raynor, the chief engineer leading the project, this ship was an opportunity to prove that the future isn't defined by technology or resources, but by intellect and resolve. She and her team embarked on a daring journey to transform what was seen as scrap into the ultimate weapon, shifting the balance of power across the cosmos. Who could have imagined that this forgotten relic would become the greatest nightmare of civilizations that had ruled the galaxy for eons? The Supreme Intergalactic Council resided at the center of the nebula of radiant fields, a location regarded as the heart of the galaxy. This was the meeting place of representatives from the most advanced civilizations, each boasting histories spanning millions of years and technologies far beyond the imagination of species still fumbling with the basics of space exploration. During one of their routine assemblies, an unusual message appeared on the central console, a formal application from Earth, a small planet in the solar system. The message was simple yet bold: humanity seeks to join the Supreme Intergalactic Council. We request recognition and an opportunity for collaboration. At first, the council chamber fell silent. Then, laughter erupted. Chairman Caravorn, a representative from the Agonri civilization, stood with a smug expression. Humans. How could a species that inhabits a polluted planet, who only a few centuries ago believed the sun revolved around them, dare to apply for membership in this council? Nexus Oriel, a young representative from the Renorth civilization, smiled but with a glint of curiosity in his eyes. Perhaps we should consider it? After all, haven't all great civilizations started as small and insignificant? Who knows, they might have something extraordinary. Oriel's words were met with little support. Most of the other delegates, accustomed to valuing power and advanced technology, saw no potential in humanity. To mock Earth's naivete, the Council decided on a symbolic gesture, sending humanity a gift, an ancient spaceship called the Ecliptica Echo, a relic gathering dust in the Council's storage facilities. Ecliptica Echo had once been the pride of the Council centuries ago. Designed to lead intergalactic expeditions, the ship had featured cutting-edge quantum propulsion systems and formidable plasma weaponry in its prime. However, relentless technological progress rendered it obsolete. Its primary engines had long ceased to function, its life support systems barely operated, and its armor was ill-suited to confront any modern threats. To the Council, the Ecliptica Echo was nothing more than an antique of no value, unworthy of repair or reuse. Chairman Caravorn announced. Consider this a challenge, or perhaps just a diversion. If humans are clever enough to make use of the Ecliptica Echo, they can prove their worth. If not, at least we'll be entertained. The ship was sent to Earth without instructions, and the Council waited, their ridicule unabated. They believed humanity, with its rudimentary technology and limited knowledge, could do little more than turn the ship into a museum exhibit or scrap it for parts. On Earth, news of the Council's response sparked mixed reactions. World leaders were bewildered, many viewing it as an open insult. However, a small group saw opportunity amid the derision: scientists and engineers driven by an insatiable desire to overcome all limits. Dr. Amelia Raynor, the chief engineer of the Earth Interplanetary Science Alliance, was the first to step forward and take responsibility for the ship. In a speech to her team, she declared, "They think we are unworthy. They believe we will fail. But this is our chance to prove them wrong, not with words, but with action." In the first days after the Ecliptica Echo was brought to Earth, Amelia's team faced an array of daunting challenges. The ship's systems used an ancient programming language, its manuals were non-existent, and many of its components had been ravaged by time. Yet instead of feeling defeated, the team began painstakingly analyzing every detail: circuits, engines, and systems. Amelia, with her sharp intellect, quickly realized that while outdated, the Ecliptica Echo contained elements that humanity had never encountered before. The ship's technology far exceeded Earth's current capabilities, offering a treasure trove of knowledge. Day by day, the engineers uncovered new secrets. A forgotten backup engine, still capable of activation. A dormant plasma energy port, perfect for use as a core for energy regeneration. Refusing to be limited by what they had, Amelia and her team decided to integrate Earth's most advanced technologies into the ship, pushing boundaries further than ever before. Meanwhile, back at the council, the laughter continued to echo. None of its members could have imagined that from this garbage gift, a new legend was taking shape. When the Ecliptica Echo first landed on the launch pad on Earth, it resembled a massive, rusty, lifeless chunk of metal. For many, it symbolized the ridicule from more advanced civilizations. But for Dr. Amelia Raynor, it was a puzzle waiting to be solved, an opportunity to push the boundaries humanity had never crossed. As soon as the engineering team began their work, they realized something astonishing: Ecliptica Echo was not the pile of scrap the Council had described. Despite the ravages of time, the remains of its engine system still carried traces of technology far beyond Earth's current understanding. The plasma energy circuits deep inside the ship were like a labyrinth full of untapped potential. Amelia, with her eyes alight with excitement, stood in the command room. "This is not just an old ship. It's a treasure trove of technology. We're not just going to repair it, we're going to resurrect it." The engineering team started with the smallest details. The main engine was completely destroyed, but Amelia noticed a backup system, though weak, could still be activated. With the help of top physicists, they discovered that the system used a type of plasma energy that could be optimized for much higher efficiency. Amelia decided to restructure the entire engine system, not just to repair it but to integrate Earth's most advanced technology, a supercharged plasma reactor. Originally developed to power Earth cities, this technology was now miniaturized and refined to become the primary energy source for the ship. While studying the wreckage of the navigation system, a surprising discovery was made. Amelia's team found a small device, like a shimmering crystal core, known as the reverse gravity field. This device, initially designed to stabilize the ship in emergency situations, held far greater potential. It had the ability to bend space-time within a small range. Amelia looked at the blueprint and came up with a bold idea. She decided to repurpose the reverse gravity field to create a new navigation system, allowing the ship not only to travel faster than light but also to open wormholes, instant gateways connecting distant points in the universe. One of the most intriguing discoveries during the improvements came from the ship's defense systems. The Ecliptica Echo had once possessed a network of old plasma weapons, now completely inoperable. However, deep within the core of the weapons system, the team found a quantum mechanism capable of splitting and duplicating matter particles in a short time. Amelia realized that by integrating this mechanism with modern military technologies from Earth, they could create a new kind of weapon, a virtual fleet. This fleet wouldn't be made up of real warships, but quantum duplicates existing for a brief moment in time, enough to confuse enemies and create chaos on the battlefield. The engineering team plunged into continuous research and testing. After many failures, they succeeded in activating the molecular duplication mechanism, turning a single ship into dozens, even hundreds, of copies in the blink of an eye. These copies could appear anywhere on the battlefield, attacking and defending flexibly before disappearing without a trace. The process of improvement was anything but easy. Time and again, the ship's systems were overloaded, causing small explosions. There were moments when the engineering team reached dead ends, feeling like all their efforts were in vain. But Amelia never allowed failure to defeat their spirit. She often told her team, "We're not just fixing a ship. We're proving that humanity can overcome any limits." The Council underestimated us, and that was their biggest mistake. With unwavering determination and relentless creativity, each part of the ship was gradually resurrected. Ecliptica Echo was no longer a pile of scrap, it had become a powerful and fearsome warship, a symbol of humanity's intellect and willpower. The day Ecliptica Echo lifted off again, the skies of Earth lit up. Thousands gathered to witness this historic moment. As the ship soared, its supercharged plasma engines left a brilliant trail of light, like a message to the universe: humanity doesn't just exist, we will change this world. Amelia stood on the ship's deck, gazing into the distance. In her eyes, there was not only pride but also a fierce determination. This journey wasn't just to prove humanity's worth, it was to show the entire universe that even from bare hands, miracles could be made. The Supreme Galactic Council, which had once scorned and ridiculed humanity, now found themselves facing a reality that stunned and overwhelmed them. Ecliptica Echo, the ship they had dismissed as a mere scrap, had now become a living legend, a symbol of human intellect and willpower. During a routine meeting, the Council representatives received word that Ecliptica Echo had been activated and was undergoing a test flight through the Proxima Centauri system, a region often used for showcasing warship technology. What was astonishing was that the ship not only functioned again but had surpassed the journeys previously undertaken only by the most advanced warships of the Council. Nexus Oriole, the young representative who had once advised against underestimating humanity, spoke up. "We were wrong to underestimate them. This may not just be a small miracle. It could be the sign of a rise." However, Chairman Caravorn dismissed this notion with arrogance, still holding on to his superior attitude. An upgraded ship cannot change the primal nature of humanity. If they want to prove something, let them participate in a real combat test. The Council quickly issued a challenge to Earth, a demonstration of strength at Nebula 9 open battlefield, a place where emerging civilizations often showcase their military prowess to prove their worth. This was where the strongest warships from advanced civilizations had fought, and no one, except for the Council, had ever won here. Amelia and her team received this challenge with a mix of anxiety and excitement. They knew that this was not just a test of Ecliptica Echo's power, but also a test of humanity's capabilities and creativity. "We cannot fail," Amelia told her team. "Failure means losing the opportunity to prove that humanity deserves its place in this universe." The decisive day arrived sooner than expected. Nebula 9, a space filled with dust clouds and swirling energy currents, was the perfect battleground for confrontations. The Council's warships appeared, mighty and imposing, shining under the light of nearby stars. Meanwhile, Ecliptica Echo appeared modestly, unadorned, but within it was a heart of innovation. Amelia's team had prepared thoroughly, utilizing all the upgraded technology, supercharged plasma engines, reverse gravity field, and especially the molecular duplication system to create a virtual fleet. From the very first moments, the Council's warships attacked with bursts of plasma fire and energy storms, believing this would be enough to overwhelm any challenger. But Ecliptica Echo didn't just evade, it countered with an entirely new strategy. It used quantum duplicates to deceive the enemy, creating the illusion that the ship was everywhere on the battlefield. The Council's team quickly realized that, despite their careful preparations, they could not predict Ecliptica Echo's movements. These virtual duplicates not only fooled them but also coordinated to disrupt their tactics. As the battle neared its end, Ecliptica Echo made a bold move. It used the reverse gravity field to bend space-time, shifting to a strategic position and launching its final strike, a barrage of plasma fire amplified by quantum energy. The Council's warships, though powerful, couldn't withstand it. Within minutes, the entire battlefield was dominated by Ecliptica Echo. After the battle, the atmosphere within the Council completely shifted. The mocking smiles had disappeared, replaced by astonishment and even respect. Nexus Oriel spoke, his voice filled with emotion. Humanity didn't just survive. They have proven that their creativity and willpower far exceed anything we imagined. Even Chairman Caravorn, who had always been arrogant, had to admit. Perhaps, we were wrong to underestimate them. A young civilization, but full of potential. This victory was not only a historic milestone for humanity but also made the other civilizations in the Council reconsider how they evaluated primitive species. Ecliptica Echo was no longer just a ship, it was a symbol of human resilience, intelligence, and their ability to reach beyond. Returning to Earth, Amelia stood on the ship's deck, gazing at the star-filled sky. Inside her, there was both pride and hope. This journey had only just begun, and humanity would go even further, determined to conquer even the farthest stars. The improvements made to Ecliptica Echo had shaken the very foundations of the Supreme Galactic Council. The Council, an organization built upon the dominance of advanced civilizations, now faced an unprecedented reality. A civilization they had once considered small, even primitive, had now surpassed all expectations. In the main meeting hall of the Council, where the most powerful representatives of the universe gathered, the atmosphere was heavy and tense. The seats were bathed in the soft light of energy crystals, and at the center of the space stood a projection of Ecliptica Echo, symbolizing humanity's resilience and intellect. Chairman Caravorn, whose face no longer bore the usual arrogance, slowly stood up and looked around. We have witnessed something no new member of the Council has ever done. Humanity, a young civilization, did not just accept the challenge, they overcame it with excellence beyond our imagination. But this raises the question, what should we do next? Nexus Oriel, who had quietly supported humanity from the beginning, spoke up. They are not just a civilization. They are a symbol of the ability to rise above adversity. We cannot continue to underestimate them or any species like them. This is the time for the Council to change. However, not everyone agreed. The representative from the Vortax civilization, known for their conservative views, rebutted. Look at history. Young civilizations given too much power too early often become a threat. We cannot let a single unexpected event alter the principles that have maintained peace for millions of years. The debate erupted, with conflicting opinions from all corners of the Council. Some argued that humanity should be granted official membership, while others worried that this could upset the delicate balance that had been maintained. Just then, a signal from Earth was broadcast. The image of Dr. Amelia Raynor, who had led the improvement of Ecliptica Echo, appeared on the central screen. Her voice was clear and emotional. "Esteemed Council, we do not seek domination or conflict. Ecliptica Echo is not just a ship, it is a symbol of human creativity and unity. We simply seek an opportunity to learn and contribute, to prove that, though small, we too can bring value to this vast universe." Amelia's words carried a weight that no debate could match. She spoke not only for humanity but also for all the small civilizations that sought recognition. After hours of debate, the Council reached an unprecedented decision. Humanity would not only be accepted as an official member of the Council but also be given a special role, to inspire and lead other young civilizations. This decision was not only an acknowledgement of humanity's achievements but also a turning point in how the Council would operate. From now on, instead of concentrating power in advanced civilizations, they would broaden their vision, encouraging diversity and potential from even the smallest species. Immediately after the decision was announced, a grand ceremony was held on Earth. Representatives from civilizations across the universe gathered to celebrate, and Ecliptica Echo was placed at the center of the ceremony as a symbol of change. Amelia stood before the crowd, for the first time feeling the immense responsibility that humanity now carried. She looked up at the starry sky and felt that this was only the beginning. In her speech, she emphasized, "This journey is not just ours. It is a reminder that anyone, any civilization, has the potential to rise. We are committed to not only representing Earth but also all those seeking an opportunity to shine." The Council's decision not only changed the perception of humanity but also spread hope to other civilizations on the fringes of recognition. Signals from distant worlds poured in, filled with messages of gratitude and inspiration. The universe, once a place of division and hierarchy, was now slowly becoming a place of unity and mutual support. And at the heart of this change stood humanity, a small species, but one filled with resilience. Though many challenges still lay ahead, humanity was no longer alone in their journey to explore the universe. They had proven that no matter where you start, with courage and creativity, anyone can change an entire galaxy. The Supreme Galactic Council, after the event where humanity demonstrated their extraordinary power, was no longer a place solely focused on the dominance and control of ancient civilizations. The spiritual revolution that Ecliptica Echo brought about had not only changed the perception of humanity but also shaken the very rules that had been considered unbreakable for millions of years. In the final session regarding humanity, Council members gathered at the Tower of Light, considered the intellectual center of the universe. A massive holographic projection of Ecliptica Echo floated in the middle of the chamber, serving as a reminder of the unprecedented event. Chairman Caravorn, once a symbol of arrogance, now spoke in a thoughtful tone. "We made a grave mistake when we judged a civilization solely based on where they began. Humanity has taught us a valuable lesson that potential cannot be measured by current technology or our standards." As the Council discussed changes to the regulations and standards for evaluating members, Nexus Oriel spoke with a tone of deep significance. "We did not just underestimate humanity. We underestimated the very core value of evolution. Every civilization, no matter how small or mighty, carries within it an ability to surpass limits we cannot foresee. So why do we continue to impose limits on them?" Oriel's words sparked a larger discussion about the philosophy of the Council's existence. This was not just humanity's story but a lesson for all other civilizations in the universe. After several days of debate, the Council decided to pass a new initiative called Genesis Planet, aimed at providing fair opportunities for smaller civilizations. Research and technology support resources would be distributed more evenly, rather than being concentrated only on the powerful members as before. To mark this change, the Council decided to invite humanity to partner in implementing this initiative. Dr. Amelia Raynor and her team of engineers were now not only a symbol of humanity but also the guides for other civilizations. On Earth, the leaders organized a ceremony to honor the team behind Ecliptica Echo's improvements. But more than that, they saw this as a moment to send a powerful message to the entire universe. Amelia, in her speech, said, "We do not see ourselves as victors. We do not seek dominance or superiority. What we've learned through this journey is that there is no greater limit than the one we impose on ourselves. And if we can overcome it, then anyone can." Amelia's words were broadcast across the universe, inspiring billions of beings in distant corners. The image of Ecliptica Echo gliding through galaxies, as a symbol of overcoming adversity and indomitable spirit, became the driving force for many civilizations to begin their own journeys. In a closed meeting afterward, some council members expressed concern that this change might create new conflicts as other civilizations sought to rise. However, Nexus Oriel reassured them. Conflict does not arise from potential, it arises from a lack of fair opportunity. If we build a support system, we will not only help civilizations grow but also minimize the potential risks from discontent. And that was the most important lesson humanity had brought. Ecliptica Echo was not just a warship, it was a symbol of rising from adversity and how perseverance and creativity could turn limits into opportunities. Humanity's story may have ended, but a new chapter of the universe had begun. Civilizations once overlooked now began their own journeys with the hope that, one day, they too could write extraordinary stories as humanity had. Ecliptica Echo, now displayed at the Earth Space Center as a legacy, continued to inspire future generations. Every time people looked up at the starry sky, they remembered that their greatest strength lay not in technology or power, but in their ability to never give up. The vast universe had learned one thing: no one is small, and no limit is insurmountable. Before the amazed eyes of the Galactic Council, Ecliptica Echo glided through the battlefield, leaving behind indelible marks. The Council's warships, once seen as the pinnacle of technology, now appeared as mere fragments against the unimaginable power humanity had created. Dr. Amelia Raynor, standing on the ship's deck, gazed out at the night sky, where millions of stars shimmered. She did not smile because of victory, but because of what humanity had just proven, that they not only deserved a place in the universe, but they could also change it. The Council, in the end, was forced to acknowledge humanity. But they also wondered, if a young civilization like this can achieve such feats, will they become allies, or a threat in the future? The ship Ecliptica Echo continued its journey, not to fight, but to explore. Humanity, now, was no longer bound by any limits. In the vastness of space, one message echoed: potential is not found in what we are given, but in how we define ourselves. The story closes, but the universe's door opens to many more questions. Will the Council truly accept humanity, or is this just the beginning of a new war? And with the power humanity has just gained, will they use it to build peace, or to protect their autonomy at any cost? Humanity's journey through the universe has only just begun, and in every starry light, perhaps the answers are waiting to be discovered.